Alright, back on Baseball Max. Going to play some 73 Oakland A's baseball. They are 4 and 3 currently. There's the standings. They're 4 and 3 after 7 games, and California is 6 and 1. Reggie Jackson has 3 home runs so far in the season after 7 games. He's hitting, I think, 346. Going to play a game against Kansas City, and Vida Blue is going to be on the mound for the A's. He's going to be facing Simpson. And there are the lineups. I'm not going to go through them. You can see them. And we'll just get going here and play some baseball. In the actual game, the Royals beat the A's 5-4 in extras. So, see what happens here. Let's set it up for the cards. And we got Bert Campaneris leading it off, batting 167 so far against Wayne Simpson, right-hander, pitching for the Royals. And 211 is a grounder to first, and we are underway. That's the big John Mayberry. He flips it to Simpson for the first out, and we got Billy North coming up, 333 average, and he can run if he can get on. And he's going to ground out to short. Freddie Patek takes care of that one over to Mayberry. 2 quick outs, and Joe Rudy up. Joe Rudy's batting 323. He's got a homer. He's got, I believe, 10 RBIs so far in 7 games. And here's a ground ball to the pitcher, and that is going to do it. Bottom of the first. Vida Blue comes in with a 3.68 ERA, and he's going to face Freddie Patek batting 270 early season. Patek can run as well if he gets on. But there's a ground at a third, handled by Bando, 1 out. Gene Tennis playing first base today. Cookie Rojas will come up, batting 163. And there's a foul out to third, so Bando involved in the first 2 outs for the A's. And I bring up Amos Otis, 395 average, 3 home runs. See a lot of the pieces of the Royals' good teams in the mid to late 70s are here in 73. Not all of them, but some. 311 is a walk. Otis is a C here. Vida Blue +2 on the hold. John Mayberry batting 129 has not hit a home run yet. And there's a 1-5 base hit. We'll see if they're going to try and get to third. He's going to stay at second with 2 out. Doesn't want to make the last out at third. First and second 2 out. Vida Blue in a little bit of trouble here. And that's going to bring up Hal McRae. It started with a walk. McRae batting 214 with no homers so far. And a 5-8, and that's going to be trouble. That's going to be at least a single. A 1 for a triple, but a 9 is going to be a base hit, and the Royals going to have a shot to take the lead here. He's being waved home. And we're not going to be throwing 95%. So it's going to be 1-0 Kansas City here early. Mayberry looks like he's going to stop at second. 2 out. First and second for Sweet Lou Piniella. Piniella batting 188 with no home runs. He will end up being a part of the Yankee teams that beat the Royals in those late 70s playoffs. But a 5-9 here and a home run 1-10 for Sweet Lou. And there is a 7. There it is. Sweet Lou Piniella. 3-run homer, and Vida Blue is rocked for 4 runs here with 2 out. That'll bring up Paul Shaw, batting 241. And there's a flyout, and that will finally end the inning. But the Royals pick up 4 in the first inning off Vida Blue. There's Reggie batting 346 with 3 homers. A's are going to have to do some hitting to get back into this game. And there's a start. See if it's going to be a single or a double. And it's a double for Reggie. So Reggie will be on second for Sal Bando, batting 462 with a homer. And a 4-6 is a chance at a hit, 1-14. And we got a 10 on the split, so here come the A's. Now there's nobody out, so down 4 runs. We can't really. It's 80%. Really shouldn't take the chance, but it's 80%. Gonna hold them only because there's nobody out and they're down by 4. First and third, nobody out. First and third, nobody out. Gonna be extra cautious here. Gene Tennis coming up, 240 with a homer. And a 4-10 is a fly to right. That's going to get the run in there anyway on a sac fly. So it's 4-1. Runner on first, 1 out. And Billy Canigliaro is going to come up. He's batting 111. And there's a fly to center X and a fly out. Second out. Bring up Ray Fosse. Ray Fosse batting 115 here. And a 3-5 is going to do it on a grounder back to the pitcher. But 4-1, bottom 2. Vida Blue will face Fran Healy. 1-8 and a strikeout. Fran Healy is good friends with Reggie Jackson, also played for the Yankees. Carl Taylor coming up. He is batting 333. And there's a 3-4 walk to Taylor. Walk got Blue in trouble in the first inning. Patek will bat, runner on first, 1 out. And a 6-10 is a open triangle, single 1-5. But a 16 is going to be a line out. So we're going to go 2 out here, runner on first for Cookie Rojas. 0 for 1 in the game. Already getting his second at-bat here in the second inning. And he's going to make use of it. There's a double. And they can try and score the runner on first, but he's being held up at third. So it's going to be second and third, 2 out, and Blue is in trouble again. Second and third, 2 out for Amos Otis. Gonna pitch to him. I think we've had enough base runners here. We got to get somebody out. 3-7, grounded to short. That takes care of that. So we will go to the third, 4-1. And Ted Kubiak will lead it off. He's batting 125 so far here. And that is a grounder to first. 1 out. Mayberry to Simpson. Back to the top, Bert Campaneris. 0 for 1 in the game. But there's a chance at a base hit. 1-16 on the single. And there's a 1, so Campy's on. Runner on first, 1 out. Billy North up. Simpson's a +9, so obviously not good on the whole. Let's see what Campy's chances will be if he's... Yeah, we're going to try it even though we're down because Simpson's so bad holding runners on. And a pickoff attempt. And he dives back safely, so they can't get the lead, and he almost gets picked off. North will swing. And he strikes out for the second out. 2 out. Runner on first for Joe Rudy, who is 0 for 1 in the game. He's had some big hits so far early in the season. There's a ballpark single check, 1-12. Not too bad for the ballpark singles for a righty here, but it's going to be an out. 13, just missed it. So we go bottom 3-4-1. He's looking for Blue to settle down. He's going to face Mayberry lefty-lefty here. And a 6-8 is a possible hit, but only on a 1. And it's a 12, so 1 out. Hal McRae coming up, 1 for 1 in the game. And a 4-6 struck him out, 2 out. Vida Blue trying to hold him at 4 to give the A's a chance to sneak back into this. Here's Sweet Lou Piniella hit the 3-run home run in the first inning. And there's an open triangle. I'm actually curious if I got a chance here to go on Baseball Reference. And there's a line out, so that takes care of that. So we're going to go to the top of the 4th. Reggie's leading it off. 4-1. KC leads it. And a 4-8, and Reggie does it again. Same, I believe that's the same result he had the first time up. This time it's a single though. Last time he got a double. Piniella looks like he had 9 homers in 73, so not bad. Runner on first, nobody out for Bando. 6-8, and he walked him. So Simpson giving the A's a chance here to get back into it. First and second, nobody out for Gene Tennis, and yes, he can hit home runs. 3-8, struck him out, 1 out. First and second, 1 out, working towards the bottom of the order. Billy Canigliaro. 6-5, struck him out. So first 2 guys get on, but the next 2 guys strike out. 2 out here in the 4th for Ray Fosse. And a 2-9, and he strikes out. So Simpson strikes out the side after letting the first 2 guys get on. And we go bottom 4. Paul Shaw. No George Brett yet for the Royals. It's Shaw at third, and there's a pop-up. 1 out. And that'll bring up Fran Healy. 5-3, ground ball, first base X. And a ground out, 2 out. For Carl Taylor, batting .333. And he's got himself a walk. I think that might be his second walk of the game. He has not had an official at-bat yet in the game. Runner on first, 2 out. Either that or was he the guy who got the sac fly? I don't remember. I don't think so. I think he might have walked. Potek is up, 2 out, runner on first. And 3-8, and there's a walk. First and second, 2 out. And again, Blue getting into trouble with walks. First and second, 2 out for Cookie Rojas. Trying to get some innings out of Blue. 3-3. Line out. There is a line out to end it. So we go top 5. Ted Kubiak will lead it off. Was that a clutch mark? I couldn't even see if that was a clutch mark or not. Ground ball to the pitcher. I didn't get a good look at that result. Might have been a clutch mark turning a single out into an out. 1 out for Bert Campaneris, who's 1 for 2. And there's a 4-3 right field X and a fly out. 2 out. Billy North up. And Strat, you need some of those X readings to turn into hits. That's how you get your runs going. And there's a ground to the pitcher X, and that's a ground out. So we're going to go bottom 5, 4-1, Kansas City. Most of the scoring early. Bottom of the first and top of the second. Amos Otis 0 for 1. And a 3-3, and that's a ballpark check. 1-12 single. And that's a 19. He's out. 1 out. Vida Blue is a starter 7, so innings-wise, he's okay. Mayberry up, 1 for 2 in the game, and a 1-8. That's dangerous on Mayberry. 1-9 for a homer. And it's a 6, and it's 5-1. Kansas City adds to their lead, 5-1. Mayberry with the home run. And Hal McRae will be up. 1 for 2 in the game. And there's a 1-8 pop-up to short. 2 out. And that will bring up Lou Piniella. 6-7, second base X, and a ground out. So Mayberry's homer makes it 5-1 going to the top of the 6th. Joe Rudy will bat against Simpson. Simpson's a starter 5, but here he is in the 6th. 2-6 base hit for Rudy. Runner on first, nobody out. Reggie Jackson could make it interesting with 1 swing. But he walks instead. First and second, nobody out. So Sal Bando with a chance, and he's been hot. 480 average with a homer. And a 1-8, wrong column, ground ball double play. Short to second to first. Runner on third, 2 out for Tennis. Need a clutch hit to get a run in now. 2-7, walked him. First and third, 2 out for Billy Canigliaro. Now, in the game, at some point he did get pinch hit for, but with Simpson still in it, let me just take a look at their bench. He did get pinch hit for in the game, but this would make sense to do it here. Marquez pinch hit for him in the actual game, so this is a spot where it would make sense. So let's have Marquez do it just like he did in real life. Lefty against the righty Simpson, trying to get a big hit here. First and third, 2 out. And now we get Gene Garber. That's a switch, obviously, from what actually... Oh, actually, Garber did come in, but I don't think he came in at this point. But I'm not sure. Actually, I'd have to go look it through the play-by-play. So Garber comes in. He did come in the actual game for Simpson. So we got Garber against Marquez. First and third, 2 out. He's trying to get a hit to get into it. And a one column. Oh, he finds his out in the 1 column. His 1 out there in the midst of all of those hits. And it does not work. Mangual came in, so I'll put Mangual in. Wait, Mangual came in. Yeah, Mangual came in, so he will come back in and play center field, just like he did in the actual game. So the game is following along pretty closely to what happened. Simpson lasted 7 2/3 in the actual game. So we're going bottom 6, 5-1 Royals. Shaw leading off against Blue. And Blue's on a short leash at this point, and there's a walk. Runner on first. Nobody out for Fran Healy. Runner on first, nobody out, bottom 6. Blue's been shaky. Might reverse the order. In the actual game, Fingers came in, but then the game went into extras and Pena came in. Here I might reverse it and put Pena in first. Pena's going to relieve Blue. And with a runner on first, let's see if Healy's going to bat or if they make a change. And a pitch is in the dirt. And a wild pitch will send the runner to second with nobody out. And now 1-8 strikes out Healy, 1 out. 1 out, runner on second. And that'll bring up Carl Taylor. And a 3/8 a fly to center, 2 out. Freddie Patek in the top of the order, 0 for 2 for Freddie Patek. And a 6-8 struck him out, so Pena does the job after the wild pitch. But we go to the 7th, it's 5-1. And Ray Fosse is due up against Gene Garber. Gonna let Fosse bat. And a 1-6 struck him out, 1 out. Bring up Ted Kubiak. 6-12 and a ground out on an X reading, 2 out. Back to the top, Campaneris. 2-2, open triangle, 1-15 for a hit. And there's an 11, so base hit for Campy. Runner on first, 2 out for Billy North. He can get on. But a fly to right, and we're going to go bottom 7, 7th inning stretch time. Pena will face Rojas. Pena is a relief 3. 5-3 is a pitcher X and a ground out, 1 out. Bring up Amos Otis. Otis walks. Walks have hurt the A's today. Runner on first, 1 out from Mayberry. And he's going to try and get a lead. Unable to do it. Mayberry bats. Mayberry is homered in the game. 4-8 struck him out. 2 out. And that'll bring up Hal McRae. McRae's 1 for 3 in the game. And a 2-8 fly to center. We go to the 8th. Five-1 Royals, top 8. Joe Rudy batting against Gene Garber. And a 1-11 grounded to first, 1 out. A's can't get anything going today. 1 run on 6 hits. Reggie Jackson has been continued to be hot. He's 2 for 2 batting .393 with 3 homers. And a 1-9 struck him out. They get Reggie. 2 out, nobody on for Sal Bando. Bando batting 400, 464, 5-3, pitcher X, error on Garber. Prolongs the inning. Runner on first, 2 out for Tennis. Let's see if they could make him pay. And a 5-7, and there is a base hit. Could be a double. Unlikely, but 1-2 is a double. There's a 5 and a base hit. And with 2 out, more than likely not going anywhere. Well, safe chance is 95%, so a little surprising that it's that high, but maybe with 2 outs. So understandably no throw. And we go first and third, 2 out. And Mangual, who came in to the game on defense in center. Who do I have left now? Interesting. Jay Johnstone. He did not hit a lick in 73. And Keegan is a catcher? No, he's not a catcher. What does Keegan play? First base and right field. Right, first base and right field. Gotta see if anyone's in the game that can play. I can move maybe Rudy over. Does Rudy play center? Hold on a second. I gotta just take a look at this whole roster and see where I am. So I get an idea of if I have any moves left. McKinney plays left. Does Rudy secondary? No, he's just left field. Reggie is center field is a 3. So this is a young Reggie. We could put Reggie in center. Could put Reggie in center field. So then the question is, who do we bat? We only have Hegan. Who's pretty good against righties. And then I can put Johnstone in for defense. Alright, Hegan did pinch hit in the game, so we're going to use Hegan. First and third, 2 out. Hegan's going to bat against Garber. He did come into the game in the actual game. So Hegan's going to try and get a hit off Garber here. First and third, 2 out, trying to get something going, and he doesn't do it. Struck him out. So we're going to go to the bottom of the 8th. I'll stick Johnstone in defensively for now and worry about it later. Oh, nope, cancel. Cancel, put him in the wrong spot. Let's try that again. Johnstone is in for Hegan. And he's going to play center field. Okay. Pena's going to stay in here to face Lou Piniella in the bottom of the 8th. And a 5-4 is a catcher card X and a pop out, 1 out. 5-1, Royals in control. Shaw batting against Pena. 4-4 is a ballpark single check, 1-12. And it's a base hit. Runner on first, 1 out for Fran Healy. 5-7, and there's a triple 1-2. Fly out 3-20. And that's an 8, so it's a fly out. Second out of the inning. Pena's done a good job. Carl Taylor up, 2 out runner on first. And a 6-8's a strikeout, so Pena does a great job. We go to the 9th. Royals 4-run first, Pinella's 3-run homer, and that's all they've needed. Ray Fossey, so now my bench is pretty weak. Pretty weak bench. All righties. Haney did bat probably 500 in limited at-bats. So, Ray Fossey's going to bat. Don't have a lot left. 4-8, ground ball to third, 1 out. Bring up Ted Kubiak. His card is not terrible against righties, so he'll bat. 6-8, and he's got himself a base hit, at least. Could be a double. And it is a double. 1-6, and he gets a 6. Runner on second, 1 out. They do get to turn the lineup over. Bert Campaneris. 4-5. X ground ball and a base hit. There it is, shortstop X, and it gets through for a base hit up the middle. First and third, 1 out for Billy North. Switch hitter batting left against Garber, who's still out there. 3-6 struck him out. 2 out. So 2 out now. First and third, Joe Rudy coming up for the A's. One of the guys they would want up in this spot. Obviously, they want to get Reggie up. See if Joe Rudy can prolong this game with a base hit. 2-10. There it is. Base hit. Base hit. This is interesting. Let's see what the percentage is. 85%. You know, that run means nothing, so we're going to hold them. Base, the runner on second is going to stop there. That run won't mean anything by itself. It's 5-2. And Reggie Jackson is now the tying run at the plate. First and second, 2 out. Reggie Jackson with a chance to tie it with 1 swing. See, well, right now it's going to be Gene Garber. We'll see when we press the button if he's going to pitch to him. Reggie Jackson with a chance to tie the game. He's batting .379. He's 2 for 3 in the game. He's got 3 homers on the year. 3-9. Ground ball to short. Game over. Gene Garber gets Reggie Jackson the ground to short to end the game. A's made it interesting. Got some hits. Got some guys on base. But it was not enough, as the Royals score 4 in the first, and that's all they need, really, to win this game, 5-2. Piniella, 1 for 4, but he had that big 3-run homer. Mayberry had 2 hits, 2 for 4. Rudy was 2 for 5. Reggie was 2 for 4. Vida Blue had that rough first inning, and that's all that mattered. He loses his first game of the year. He's 0-1. Simpson goes to 2-1. Garber gets his 4th save, as he was in there for 3 1/3 inning. Pena did a nice job in relief in the loss. But the Royals beat the A's here and send the A's back to 500 at 4-4. All right, thanks for watching.